Cease Terror here. We're going to do Cancer May Love Read. We'll start off with what's to come, see what options you have coming in. We'll figure out what star signs they are, and we'll also have a look at how you might know them or where you will meet them. And then we'll move on to what you can do to attract the perfect partner. After that, we'll move on to couples reading for those of you who are already in a relationship. Then we'll move on to the ex and if they're going to make any action towards you in May. Alright, and then we'll finish off with some oracle cards. Anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to start it off with the Lover's Oracle, which is a heart-shaped card here. Okay, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Cancer, that's looking pretty good. It's got a picture of a woman kissing a tree. But, yeah, so give thanks for all the blessings of love soon to come your way. Now, that's a pretty good way to start, Cancer. All right, now let's figure out how you're entering the month. Okay, first card's going to be how you're entering. The next three cards will be what's to come. Cancer 2024 May. Cancer 2024 May. Alright. You're entering with the Ten of Cups. So maybe you've already met this person or you have an idea who this person is. Cancer. This is looking really promising, this read. I don't know if you've had, I think, the best of reads of late. So it's good to see. Alright, what's to come is the Knight of Swords, so it could be an air sign. But you are strong and energetic and ready to take on the world. It seems like you've done all the work, you've done the healing, you've done whatever needs to be done, self-work, and you're now going in quite fast in the arena of love. Now, please excuse me, I've been up for like 30 hours again. I've had a pretty bad week when it comes to sleep, so I might jumble my words up again. But anyway, yeah, starting off with the Knight of Wands, or Knight of Swords, so you are strong and energetic, so fearless, ambitious, competitive, you're ready. And then we've got, you're rejecting something. We've got the Four of Cups here. It doesn't have to be just rejecting. It's don't let your focus close you to new ideas. So just make sure you're not closing the door for potential greatness. Just because you got an eye on someone doesn't mean you shouldn't see what else is on offer. I'm not saying you should actively go out and date multiple people, but if you've got an eye on someone and they're not exactly reciprocating your emotions, I wouldn't be just focused on them. I wouldn't be stuck in a certain way. I'm not saying that you are. It's just saying here that you're rejecting something, and this could be possible that something has been offered to you that has greatness. It could also just be meaning that you're rejecting the old things that you were attracted to in the past. And then we've got the Two of Wands in reverse, so that's unrealistic. Sadness, wise withdrawal, procrastination. So it seems like you might be rejecting, something from the old past, something you've learned, a certain type of person you were attracted to, and it's kind of always led for you in ruins. It doesn't have to be the story for you, but something that you've now realized is a little unrealistic, and it brings sadness, and it's brought on a wise withdrawal. But you do have the Ten of Cups here in that Lover's Oracle card, mentioning that you've got great things coming that you're not exactly aware of. All right, how are you going to feel about these options? Could be a Leo, but there's a learn to take life as it comes, both positive and negative. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. When I split the deck, we had the Wheel of Fortune, which is you have the strength in new beginnings, the cycle restarts, change, chance, fate, happiness, cycles, destiny. So Cancer, it seems like you might have had some hurdles to jump in the past, possibly in the last year or so, 8 months. Could be longer, but it's all coming down to something. It's all a lesson destiny, fated situation. Alright, you got some celebrations coming up as well. I'll touch on that later. Now, let's look at some star signs for Cancerians. See tarot Cancerian viewers. I'm going to try and focus mainly on you guys because there's a lot of Cancerians in the world. But what do Cancerians need to keep an eye out for? What star signs? I'm going to pick 3. What star signs do Cancerians need to keep an eye out for when it comes to these love offers? Uranus, I think that's it could be. I think it's Aquarius. That's its main. Gemini, so air signs. It seems like Cancer. And Jupiter. I think that's Sagittarius. So we got Aquarius, Gemini, and Sagittarius, and we had Aries on the bottom here as well. Alright, so keep an eye out for those. They might have that in their chart. Might not be their sun sign, but it might be strong in their chart. Now, let's move on to how you might meet these people or how you already know them. I'm going to use the Urban Tarot deck to give me messages. Alright, Cancer. Well, you got the debauch card. So it looks like a nightclub. You've got cocktails, you got pearly necklaces, colourful ones. Oh no, it looks like a nightclub with a cocktail. Now, I know you can't really see these cards because I am recording this from a distance. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, nightclub. It looks like somewhere where you have cocktails. It doesn't have to be a nightclub, but it's something to do with definitely a nightlife. It could be. It doesn't have to be like a modern day nightclub. It could be somewhere. All right, we got wealth. So someone who has their stuff together. It's financially inept. They're able to possibly spoil their partners, or at least their friends and family, or whatever's. This card wants to come out. Alright, we got the Knight of Swords, which is a guy playing chess. And we got a guy in the background on a horse. But it could be someone who plays chess, but it could also just be indicating someone who's quite intelligent and is a couple of steps ahead of the game. And that could be the game of life, or it could be just in general how they usually how they exude their charisma or whatever. Is they're a couple of steps ahead. You've got a guy in the background with a sword. So the game master. So someone who comes in quick. It's already a few steps ahead. Could be someone who's into puzzles or into chess. And then we have fertility. For some of you, they could be born in 92. It's not for all, right? But it could be 29. Anyway. Pick one more card. For Cancer, please. Indication, please. And we got change. So we got people at their yoga class or at some sort of gym. They're on the exercise balls, doing some sort of workout. So someone who might be into that. Or you might meet them at the gym, or you might meet them. We've got the journalist here, so someone who could be politically minded, especially in this year. I don't want to get involved, but anyway. Yeah. Let's carry on, Cancer. Let's move on to what you can do to improve your chances of meeting the perfect partner. The one. Alright, the first 3 cards will be what action you can take or what you can change in order to attract the perfect partner. And the 4th card will be indicating if you implement these changes or actions, what the outcome would be. So there's some frustration, defensiveness, anxieties, delays, and disaster. Alright, so it says here there's some frustrations that you might need to overcome that's probably preventing you from finding the perfect partner. So some anxieties, disaster. There might be some. You might feel that, hey, like, even though you're quite attractive, that you're not exactly the skinniest, or you're not exactly the tannest, or whatever you think that your particular person is attracted to, and you're coming up with ideas to prevent you from pursuing or acknowledging when people are sending you messages of flirtation. But there's also here, you might need to work on loving yourself more. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying it might be a little journey for you to find yourself and to love yourself a bit more. Because there's a lot of work you need to do. Find work and balance. Protection, career. Some of you are working just too hard. I know Cancerians do work quite hard. I've got a sister who's Cancerian. She's a hard worker. So find a work-life balance. So education, perseverance, careful, overly careful, apprenticeship, talent. So what will we say? Do you need to get over these negative feelings towards yourself? They're not really what the rest of the world thinks of you. We acknowledge the hard work you put into things, and we see the beauty within you. So you need to let yourself know that. Alright, what will happen if you implement these changes or actions? Okay, 2 cards want to come out. I'm going to pull clarifier before I start talking. Wow. Okay. So it seems like if you can work on yourself, it seems, some sort of self-love, getting over your anxieties, appreciating your strengths and not focusing on your weaknesses, you'll overcome heartbreak or bitter, some sort of separation you had in the past, some sort of stalemate, some sort of you're stuck in negative cycles of negative thought, and there's something unjust. It could be a Libran coming into your life, but it's going to give you a sense of getting justice if you can overcome and focus more on yourself, and it's going to give you the Wheel of Fortune, which is, like I said before, fated and happiness, destiny, new cycle. Alright, Cancer, let's move on to couples, and the first card's going to be the situation, the current situation with your partner. The next 2 cards will be their feelings towards you, and the last 2 cards will be what you should do in order to maintain or help fix this, mend the relationship. It all depends on the current situation. What is the current situation for Cancerian couples? 2 wanted to come out. You're prevailing through whatever obstacles you've had in the past. You're releasing something. You've got optimism and you have forgiveness for something. Could be your partner as well. It's just there's been some forgiveness and you guys have got courage and persistence. So it looking all right, because all relationships have their ups and downs. Don't worry. Their feelings towards you is a little misfortune and a sense of laziness. Could be just indicating an earth sign or a fire sign. Sagittarius and Venus, which is Taurus. Alright, and what you should do to help maintain this relationship is that you need to show a little bit more passion when it comes to your partner. Let them know how you feel about them. It seems here that you guys work quite well as a team, so maybe involve them more when it comes to leisure, or it comes to planning out the ideas in which you want to see through. So you can always call on your natural confidence, warmth, passion, enthusiasm, determination. And then there's cooperation, gain, teamwork, creativity, realization, influence. So maybe you guys might need to have a little conversation where you can kind of inspire each other and maybe even teach each other your side of things, and you might actually learn something from each other. It's not saying it's picking on you, Cancer, or anything like that, but there's definite influence and common goals which you guys share. Yeah, you possibly both had a toxic relationship before you met, years ago. I'm talking about, like, for those of you who are married, but you guys might also have some sort of bond. Not a bad one, not like a trauma bond, but some sort of understanding of what a good relationship can be and should be. And you guys are willing to look after that. All right, let's go to the ex. What's the person who you're in separation, or your ex-partner? What are their feelings towards you? First two cards would be their feelings. Third card would be, will they take any action towards you this month? And then the fourth card would be how you will feel about the situation when it comes to your ex. Now, some of you who had a really bad ex in the past, this might not be the read for you. If you know you're not going to be interested in your ex coming back, well, you might want to just skip this. I do have timestamps, so you can skip that if you want. But if you're just curious, you want to check it out, let's have a look. Alright, so their feelings towards you, they have some sort of new approach to all problems. There are new events and possibilities, enthusiasm for life and acceptance. They might have accepted their role or the fact that you've moved on from them. And they're saying, believe in your own personal powers. This is them. They feel like a sense of justice, it seems. Maybe they've had to learn some sort of karma. They're taking the first steps to a new cycle, it seems. Like it took them a while to get over you. Could be an Aries or another Cancer. Are they going to be making moves towards you? Yeah, you can take this two ways. We've got the Eight of Cups here. That could be just them moving on to other things. Or for some of you, it could be they're taking action towards you. So make your decision and take action with confidence. So they might be, for some, moving on and not bothering you anymore. And for some, they just say you might have a family with them, a couple of kids or one or two, whatever. They might be thinking, hang on, well, it might be worth fixing this. So you might hear from you, depending on your situation, Cancer. How are you going to feel about the situation? You're going to feel like some sort of materialism, mistakes, imperfections, selfishness. You might still be not interested. Yeah, you got tension, turbulence, anxiety. It seems like you're happy to have them out of the picture, out of the window. What am I trying to say? Anyway, all right. Let's get some messages from your ex. I'll pick two cards from the Hidden Truth. Two cards from the Hidden Truth for Cancer in May 2024. I bury myself in work to forget you. So they're doing their best to move on, and it seems like they keep replaying stuff. So maybe they're trying to avoid that they're not taking accountability for their role in the breakup or what they have lost. And I'm so attracted to you. Yeah, it's another good reason to keep busy. You don't want to be visualizing someone you find, or the ex, who's quite attractive with other people. Alright, let's move on to the Oracle card section. We'll start off with these fairy cards. Romantic Fairy. I love the name. I find it funny having a fully grown man talking about the Romantic Fairy. I know for some of you that's it's not a thing to laugh at, but I just think it's funny to look at myself say that. Anyway, two cards for Cancer from the Romantic Fairy. Psychic connections. Your communication goes beyond mere words. So it could be some telepathy or some sort of messages and dreams, Cancer. And real feelings. You shared true romantic feelings worth exploring. True romantic feelings, not just lust. That's a big part of it, don't get me wrong. But it could be emotions and something more. Perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. Yeah, you can't complain about that, Cancer. Now let's get some Soul's Connection cards for Cancer, May 2024. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. So, be open to the guidance of others. Now, for those of you who don't believe in that type of stuff, like I said, others, I meant the people you usually go for the wisdom. For those of you who are open to the spirituality, really, yeah, that could be a message for you to ask your angels or ask your ancestors to help guide you. Intense. The intensity of true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. Yes. Alright. Let's move on to love messages. 2 cards for Cancer. Express your love. It is important to let people know that you love them and you have nothing to lose. So I said that quite strange. It is important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. So expressing your love for someone is only going to strengthen your relationships or your potentials by letting people know where they stand and not making them make up. If you don't communicate with your partner over time, they're going to not know where they stand and they can think up wild things and think that you're with other people or whatever. You need to be clear. I know sometimes it's hard to put yourself in vulnerable positions, but it is worth it. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Alright, I'm going to pick another card. Sorry about that. There might be a message for just a couple of you. Open your eyes. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So yes, it's also making me want to say, don't ignore the red flags when it comes to people, and actions do speak louder than words. So if you want to know what someone is thinking, look at what they're doing and if they're considerate of your feelings. Engagement. Your love life is soon to ascend to a higher level of commitment. Alright, Cancer, I think I can leave this here. You've had a pretty good reading. Well done. Anyway, thanks for watching Seas Tarot. I'll see you next time.